Hello there, welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and this is the match preview. So if you do like what you see, please do smash that like. It really does help the channel up the search, so please do give it a like, as shown the sheep is demonstrating there. And if you are brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe, come be part of this great community we have here. And also hitting that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows as well. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that in the chat by clicking the $sign as well. Yes, so tomorrow we head to Stamford Bridge for a match against Chelsea. It's not a happy hunting ground for us, let's be honest. Last visit there ended in penalty agony in the Carabao Cup. So we want to go there tomorrow and make amends for that, because really this is an important game in our season if we want to finish in the European places. As we have seen results this afternoon, West Ham have regained 7th spot with a 2-2 draw. Brighton have won again 1-0. Wolves are above us as well. So I think we're currently 10th at the moment in the Premier League. So look, we need to win this game tomorrow to get back into European competition contention as well. So let's hope that's what we do. So looking ahead to, as I say, tomorrow's game, we know it's going to not be an easy game. At least we've got Willock back, Isak's back. We saw them two talking in a video to the club. They seem to be great friends, and look, absolutely fantastic that that they've got that little bond between them. And let's hope that's a bond that can fire us to victory tomorrow. I would expect, are we going to be unchanged tomorrow? Possibly, more than likely. Although I would still like to see Sean Longstaff replaced in that midfield. Whether it's putting Joe White in there, but I'd like to see him replaced in the midfield or bringing Lewis Miley back in. Give Longstaff a rest. Yes, there's rumours going around that he's playing with an injury and he's getting injections. But look, that's not the way to go. If he's not right, play him. Simple as, stop playing him. I've got a comment in here from Holly. She says her score prediction is either 3-2 or 2-1 Newcastle. I think it'll be a close game, if I'm honest, Holly. I totally agree with you on that one. But Stamford Bridge tomorrow is going to be difficult. But again, you don't know what Chelsea you're going to come up against. You could come up against a Chelsea team that is inconsistent. We know they haven't had the best of seasons again. Fans are wanting rid of Pochettino. Pochettino's now come out and said, why can't his fans be like the Newcastle fans are with Eddie Howe, where they don't want Howe to go and they're throwing their backing behind Eddie Howe? And he says, why doesn't he get the backing off his own fans? We can't answer that one, unfortunately, for you, Pochettino, because at the end of the day, that's your fans. Problem with Chelsea fans is they've had that much success over the years, and because there's been a change of ownership, they've got Todd Bowley in, who thinks he's playing FIFA, has brought all these players in, and I think they're going to be landed in the mud with all this FFP stuff, because surely something's going to come back and bite them in the backside. But when you throw all these players together, if you look at Chelsea, they ain't got a proper out-and-out striker, out-and-out number 9, who's banging the goals in, week out. So maybe that's where their downfall is. They're playing Nicholas Jackson up there, who I think at times is not the greatest of players, let's be honest. Hello, Tony and on chat. Good evening to you, Wayne. Hope you're well, mate. So yeah, tomorrow, like I say, it is going to be tough. I can see us getting a result there. I've got this feeling we'll go there and get a result. Yes, the bookies may have Chelsea down as a favourites because it's at home, and we haven't had, like I say, we haven't had the greatest of times at Stamford Bridge over the years. But once again, we will see what happens. So I see key players for us to look out tomorrow. One thing we do notice, this man, Kieran Trippier, is definitely not playing tomorrow. He's out till after the international break, which means he won't even be involved in the England internationals either. So Trippier is going to be out until after the Brazil and Belgium games. And he'll probably return. That means there'll be a new right back tomorrow night, and that'll be Tino Livramento coming up against his former club in Chelsea. So we will see Tino tomorrow night. Will more than likely be starting a right back. And let's see what he can offer tomorrow for us as well. As I say, on key players, we've got Cher as well, who we know can ping a pass from anywhere on the park. His passing range is pretty good, pretty accurate. So he could be, integral to us getting a result there tomorrow night, and with his goal scoring prowess as well. As I say, it's great to have this man back in the team, Joe Willock. He offers so much for us in the midfield. How much he's been missed this season is shown. And once he's firing on all cylinders, this guy will will help us up the league, bearing he doesn't get any more injury worries this season. So let's hope he stays fit till the end of the season, because he could be integral to where we finish in the table in one of the European places. And also, obviously, this guy is in form this season. Anthony Gordon made the left wing his own now, and rightly so. Rightly so. He's been involved in 14 goal contributions in the Premier League. I put a shot there last night. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Gordon for England absolutely should be in that squad on Thursday. If Southgate does it right and picks Anthony Gordon on Thursday, I think a lot of people will be happy. And not just us fans, but also neutrals as well, because a lot of neutral fans are saying Anthony Gordon should be in that England squad as well, although be exception of Everton fans who still think he's not that great, even though he's a heck of a lot better than he was when he played for the Toffees. And obviously having this man back, even better, because we're short on strikers. We've got no Callum Wilson now, possibly for the season now. So it's integral that he stays fit for the rest of this season and helps propel us into a European place as well. Ian says, hi, Tony. Hi to you, mate. Hope you're well. Danji says, Willock and Issa, key players for us tomorrow night. I think they will turn it on. Both will score in 3-1 victory to us. Do you know what? That's not a bad shout, Tanji. Absolutely. And they have been the key players for us. And it's great to see Willock back. Because we've been missing that. And that is the thing, we have missed Willock. So hopefully it'll not take long before he gets back to his best. Hopefully we'll stick with this guy on the right hand side, Jacob Murphy. Yes, we know in the summer we do need to upgrade the right wing, but I'd rather have Murphy than Almiron. That ball he put in last week against Wolves, it was a good ball, even though the keeper fumbled it. Although he got in a tangle with his defender, Kilman. But yeah, this lad can cross a ball and cross it with a proper foot as well. So let's see this lad play tomorrow night ahead of Almiron. I mean, the other thing we could do as well, if Eddie wanted to make some changing, he could, if he wanted to take Longstaff out, he could put Almiron in there. Give Almiron a centre midfield role. Can't do any harm. Just add that little bit of pace to that midfield as well. So, there is options there to leaving Longstaff out. Wayne says, Tony, I'm sick of all this crap about War Lewis. Give the young guy a chance and he will shine, guarantee Hot's prospect. Yeah, absolutely. The youngin needs a chance. I mean, look, he's had a great run for us, hasn't he? Lewis Miley. Yeah, you've got to get him back in the team and you've got to give him a chance. Absolutely. Rumours going around that Joe Linton signed a new deal. Again, it is only rumours. We don't know how true that is. we just have to wait and see if that is true or not. If he has signed a new 4-year deal, then well done to the club for getting it over the line. Because look, at the end of the day, you know, another one who's integral to us. So it just proves, was Dan Ashworth trying to get rid of Joe Linton? And that begs the question, because it's funny how he's on gardening leave, and all of a sudden, you know, if the rumours are correct, by the way, and I'm just saying they are rumours because nobody knows, the club ain't announced it yet, that if he has signed this deal, then it does prove that Ashworth wanted rid of him. So if that's the case, good riddance to Ashworth as far as I'm concerned. We're still waiting to hear if Man United are paying this 21 million. Apparently they're supposed to be close to paying it. So if that's the case, then, you know, come on, Man United, get your finger out and get this move done and get him gone. Because the man just needs to go, simple as. So yeah, so that's all that is on rumours at the moment. There's obviously talk of looking ahead to the transfer window, but we'll talk more about that towards the end of the preview. Yes, we know Chelsea have got some dangerous players in that team. Nicholas Jackson's a bit misfiring in front of goal at times. Conor Gallagher seems to be playing very well for Chelsea at the moment, their captain. Chilwell's not doing bad at left back for them. Also, they've got Enzo Fernandez, who seems to be getting used to life in the Premier League. So Chelsea have got some good players there, but the only problem is they don't play as a team, and I think that's their downfall. You know, if we had a team put together like that and they weren't playing as a team, I wouldn't be happy as a supporter, that's for sure. Gary's in the chat. Not seen you for a while, Gary. He says, good afternoon, everyone. Are you all well? Absolutely, Gary. I hope you're well too. Evening, Tony says, Trolls, good evening to you, mate. I hope you're well too. Look, we witnessed an enthralling game there this afternoon against Liverpool and Manchester City, full of incident. Edison come flying out to get to Darwin Núñez and took him out, hurt himself, went off. He could be out next week, depending on the severity of his injury, because looking at the severity of it and how he went off, I can't see him being in next week against us, as I expected to be Ortega in goal. If we can play our game, our pressing game, we could take that game to City, and we could do really well against City next week. So look, watching them today, I'm not that worried about them at the minute. It depends what team he goes out with at Man City. Andrew's in the chat. He says, Ari, yeah, absolutely fine, mate. I hope you're well too. Gary says, if we start with Willock and Murphy, we win comfortably. Do you know what, Gary? I can't agree more, mate. I think, to be honest with you, yeah, we do. We should win that game. And I said before you came on, yeah, we should start Murphy, because look at that ball he put against Wolves last week. Terrific ball. Made a mix-up between the keeper and Kilman, and it fell to Gordon. So, yeah, we've got to keep him in there. A natural right footer is absolutely what we need. Tanji says, thoughts on Villa with 10 games left. Do you think they can be caught up if we go on a great run until the end of the season? Villa haven't been great this calendar year. Yeah, absolutely we can, Tanji. We can get up there with Villa. I don't think they've been that great. They got destroyed by Tottenham today. Absolutely. I mean, John McGinn, that stupid tackle, deserved to be sent off for that. Yeah, absolutely. They can be caught. We've done the double over them this season. So, yeah. Paul's saying to Tangi, Paul, he says, Villa still need to play City, Liverpool and Arsenal, but it's our form, it's been hit and miss. Yeah, absolutely, Paul. But hopefully, because we're getting these players back now, all the injured players are starting to come back. Hopefully, it will now push us on and we can now go on and make a run. let's go on an end of season run now, all the way through, and try and get in that European spot. As I've said, I'll take 7th place all day now. Absolutely will. Tamji says, if we win tomorrow, I think we can push on and compete for the 5th place, I think. Do you know what, Tamji? Yeah, you're absolutely correct. We can. You know, the Villa side, you know, like you say, they've got some hard games coming up. And if we can just carry on this form and go on a winning run, then who knows? We could end up above Villa. Villa could even end up down in 7th. You know, I was hoping Forest might have done a favour against Brighton today, and hopefully they might have got a draw or at least beat them. You know, thought Brighton might have been vulnerable after Thursday getting hammering off Roma. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's share the Premier League table as it is at the moment, and then so there we are. There's the Premier League table. Arsenal top, Liverpool second, City third. Villa are in 4th on 55 points, 2 points ahead of Tottenham, who have a game in hand over them. So Tottenham win that game in hand, they go back into 4th place above Aston Villa. Man United are in 6th on 47, and West Ham are on 43. In 7th, and Brighton on 42, Wolves on 41, then we're down in 10th on 40 points. So yeah, Chelsea further back on 36. Let's create a gap to Chelsea, because if we lose tomorrow, they're 1 point behind us. So we need to beat Chelsea to keep just ahead of Chelsea as well. Win tomorrow puts us 7 points ahead of Chelsea. So let's get on a run tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, let's get on a run and just go on a nice run. Because we've got some winnable games coming up. We've got West Ham to come. We've got Fulham. Could even see a Man U. We could beat them away. You know, they weren't that great against Everton yesterday. They only got lucky because they got 2 penalties. Other than that, Everton had chances to score. So yeah, so look, it's wide open, and like I say, we're on 40 points, 11 games left, which is 33 points to play for. So 33 points will put us on 73. Not that I'm saying we're going to go out there and win every single game from now to the end of the season, but you know, whatever we pick up in them, if we pick up another 27 points, that puts us on 67, which is doable. And yeah, see where we finish. We could even finish 5th. Who knows? But again, we'll just have to wait and see. And then if you look further down the table at the relegation zone, Luton Town obviously picked up that draw yesterday away to Palace with a last-minute goal. Burnley picked up a draw today against West Ham. Sheffield United got a draw. What we're going to see is Sheffield United are most likely down, as are probably Burnley as well. 10 games left, 30 points to play for. I can't see them getting much more in wins than that. So I think them two would probably go. The only thing that may save them is depending on what points deduction Everton and Nottingham Forest receive. Can't see it being more than 6. So if they both get a 6-point deduction, that'll put Forest on 18, Everton on 19. That would then push Luton Town out of the relegation zone, and Everton would be 4th bottom. And I think with a point deduction, I can see Luton Town staying up, in all honesty. So there we go. Ian's not confident about the game. Do you know what, Ian? They're not that great. Please let Tangi Longy rest. Yeah, absolutely trolls. Andrew says Livingston were robbed. Who were they playing, Andrew? Were they playing I bet they were playing Celtic, and you're just winding Ian up. We're Peslin, Chelsea. That's right, Andrew, lol. 3-0, says Andrew. Oh, so Andrew's not going for a 7-0 this week. Wow. Murphy gives us so much when he's on, and Willock changes the whole team. He does, Gary, absolutely. Just won the league with Newcastle on Football Manager 25-26 season. God, that would be nice, David, wouldn't it? Just we'll have to wait and see if we can do that. That would be fantastic. I fear we will lose against Chelsea just because everyone else is saying we will win. Wayne says, listen, lads, we can beat Chelsea, guarantee. I'll not see a score, don't want to jinx it, lol. Gary says we're a new team where Willock has changed everything. Absolutely. Yeah, we got a good run of games at the end of the season. I think Spurs, West Ham at home and Man U, we are our youngest games, but we can beat Spurs and West Ham at home. Both games are lunchtime kickoffs. Yeah, I totally agree, Tanji. We can beat Man U away, absolutely. Thumbs up, lads and lasses. Yeah, if you can smash that like, that would be absolutely fantastic. So, as Sean the Sheep's demonstrating, please give it a like. We've got 21 watching, so smash them likes, please. And if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe and be part of this great community and hit the bell notification for notifications on future shows as well. Or pre-records, as there was last night when I did the show on Anthony Gordon. Good guest. Tamji says, nice we have Burnley and Sheffield United to play. Brentford hopefully safe by the time we play them last game of the season. Everton at home, they can't score goals. Gordon will be up for that one. Definitely, Tanji. Exactly. You'd like to think Burnley away, Sheffield United at home, they're winnable games. Brentford, all depends where we are at the end of the season. Could be a dead rubber game. We could not need to win anything or draw anything just to get into the... So we'll see what happens, but Everton at home will definitely be interesting. Hi, all, says Kenobi. Good afternoon to you. Gary says, I believe I am. Watch replays of Wolves, and he was a difference. He does so much you don't see. He's class, absolutely. Tanji says, we're capable of getting another 27, 33 points. Yeah, absolutely. And remember, Pope's to come back as well. And will Pope walk straight back into the team? That is the thing. Chelsea's in the mud, big time, says Kenobi. Absolutely, Kenobi. Definitely, mate. Chelsea, not that great. I just think they're a team that are just on the downward spell at the moment. I'll be very surprised if Pochettino's there next season. Troll says, as long as we don't get more injuries, we might get 20 to 25, but we know how it's been. I'm not counting my chickens just yet. Yeah, absolutely. We know there's long-term absentees. We know Joe Linton's not back for the end till next season. Possibly Callum Wilson's out for the end till the end of the season. Maybe we'll never see Callum Wilson in Newcastle shirt again after the Forest game. Who knows? But yeah. Billy the Fish, hi mate, he says, do you go with Longstaff or Maley? Longstaff's form is getting depressing. I'd even try sharing a defensive midfield role over Longstaff for themselves. Do you know what, Billy the Fish? That's not a bad shout. I would as well. I would try share a defensive midfielder because he's played there before and he can do the job. Or I would take Longstaff out for Maley. Or even Joe White, maybe, you know. So, look, there's options there. But I think Longstaff needs to come out that midfield. He's been absolutely dreadful. And, yeah, I totally agree. Gary says, just watch how many times we clear the ball from defence with us waiting for it. That hasn't been happening since he was out. Yeah, absolutely. Shara's DM would cook, says Kenobi. Absolutely, mate. He certainly would. Charles, I think, Howe's in love with Longy as a footballer. He won't be arrested, in my opinion. Thing is, though, if he's not fit, we shouldn't be playing him. You know, we should not be playing him. And talking about Longstaff, I see Matty Longstaff made his debut for Toronto and got an assist when he came on as a substitute last night. So good luck to the lad, and hopefully he may be back in the English football game at some time in the future. So yeah, so in terms of lineup tomorrow, I'm going to put on who I think will be in the game tomorrow, who will start, who won't start. So this is a lineup I would like to go with tomorrow. But again, we know Eddie Howe will have different ideas. So anyway, in goal, Martin Dubravka. Obviously, he's going to be the starter tomorrow. Livramento at right back in place of the injured Trippier. Share, Botman, Burn at left back, because we know he's not going to play. Well, Lewis Hall can't play tomorrow because he can't play against his parent club. Now, if it was me tomorrow, I would. Do you know what? I would be tempted with. I know we've got Maley. I'd be tempted to put Almiron as the right-sided centre midfielder, because we know he's not got the crossing ability, but he's got the pace to get back and forth. So he could be the difference in centre midfield. I would probably say, let's give him a shot in centre midfield. I'm not going to harm anything. And he'd be alongside Bruno and Joe Willock. And then the front three for me will be Jacob Murphy on the right wing, Isak in the middle, and Gordon on the left. So that's what I would do. Or if we didn't want to play Almiron as a centre midfielder, then certainly bring Miley back into there in place of Longstaff. So there's options there. I don't know what anybody else feels. Do you think Almiron would be a good fit in that centre midfield? Because we know his crossing ability is not that great, but in centre midfield, may be totally different for him. I think Toon will win 3-1, says Trevor. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Shaw plays like a defensive midfielder already when he passes and intercepts in that role, says Gary. Absolutely, Gary does. Miggy can't pass. Almiron in the midfield will be a disaster. Do you think so, Trolls? I'm just thinking of the work rate he brings to the team. That's all I'm thinking of. Alessandro, good afternoon to you. He says Almiron is listed as a midfielder in FIFA 23. Don't see why people are flabbergasted when I suggest sliding him in there. Gentle these days, man. Absolutely. Pete High, mate, he says Miggy as a centre midfield doesn't work. Bruce tried it and look what happened. Yeah, but that's under Bruce Sauce. Pete, I'm just thinking, give him a chance. But if not, I'd rather put Miley in there. Anybody ahead of Longstaff. I think Longy needs game time. Just need to be more patient with him, says Gary. He's injured though, Gary. He's getting injections, isn't he? Billy says Kraft right back, Tino left back. Burn will be taught again, no doubt, as every other side we play do. I see where you're coming from on that one, Billy. But I've looked at Livramento when he's played at left back for us, and he has been skinned a few times. But when he's played at right back, I think he's looked better. Look, when he came on against Wolves, he was absolutely terrific at right back. Right back is better for Tino Livramento than left back, and I think he's a better right back than he is a left back. So for me, Tino Livramento's got to be the right back, and I know it's going to be Burn. We've got no Matt Target; he's not fit enough yet. And Lewis Hall obviously can't play tomorrow, so Dan Burn's going to be playing regardless. But that is a good shout, by the way, Billy. Ian says, I would rather have Almiron on the bench and he can be an impact player. That's the other thing. That's what I'm saying. I was giving it as one or two options. Maybe either try Almiron there or put Miley back in. Trevor says, did you watch City Liverpool? What a second half by Liverpool, but should have had another pen. I think they should have. I mean, Doku's challenge, on McAllister. Okay, I've put it down that he got the ball first. And then he hit the chest. But yeah, we've seen them given before, and that's the thing. It's a difficult one, isn't it? But I think if he didn't get the ball first, I think it might have been curtains for Doku, that's for sure. I think Kraft could do a job as a DM. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh, I wasn't aware of that, says Gary. Miggy was never a natural right winger in the first place. Energy and pressing in midfield late in games could help Bruno out at times. Yeah, Miggy's never been a right winger. He's always been. Look, I've said this before in the past. I've said this quite a few times. In regards to Miggy Almiron, and that is Miggy is better coming in from the left than he is from the right. As I say, when he played in the MLS, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll just bring it up once again on screen, because Tanji's mentioned about Miggy, and I'll show people what I mean by Almiron being better on the left than he is on the right, and you can make your own minds up on this one as well. So there we go. We got Miggy Almiron on screen. What I'll do is I'll remove that comment. Okay, so gone off, yeah. Right. So Almiron stats. So yes, they've got him down as right winger. Passing, positioning, high pressing are his strengths. So we're playing him predominantly there on the right, as you can see on that graph there. So if I go to the MLS, when he played in the MLS, there we go. Now, that was 2018 in the MLS. Now look where he's playing there, more on the left. He's predominantly on the left, okay? And he started 37 out of 37 games that season, got 13 goals and 11 assists. That was in 2018 before he made the move to us. So look, as you can see there, even his crossing is like 28% per game. So as you can see there, he plays more on the left than he does on the right. Yes, he does have some bits on the right, but his touch map is more red on the left and coming in. Now, he does this for Paraguay as well. So if I bring up his international as well, so if I bring up Copa America, for instance, 2021, again, he comes in from the left and drifts in centre midfield. Very rarely he plays on the right. He's more left. That's how Paraguay have him playing as well. Now, if we go back to the Premier League, and we'll go to the first season he came to us, which was not 2021, sorry. There we are. 18-19 season, when he came under Rafa Benitez, when Benitez was there. Now, when he joined us, he played 10 games and started 9. Where did Benitez play him? On the left, drifting in. So, Benitez had him playing there. He got in Team of the Week once. He didn't score any goals. Didn't create any big chances. But his accurate crossing was 33%. That is massive compared to where he's playing now as a right winger. So keep that in mind. 33% crossing accuracy every game under Benitez from the left-hand side. Now we'll go to his stats for this year, 23-24. And let's see what his crossing stats are now. So bearing in mind it was 33% before. It's now 18%, 15% less crossing accuracy than it was back when he started under Benitez. So that tells you he's better. And I've always said this, I've said this for a long, long time. He should be playing from the left. But the problem is Eddie thinks he's an inverted winger and prefers him as a right winger. I think he's better as a left winger. But because he's played right wing for too much, because he's played as a right winger too much, he's now used to that role. So when you do stick him out left, sometimes he looks a little bit lost because he's not used to that now, because he's always been used to playing on the right. So that's why I just wanted to bring up that comparison of where Miggy was from the MLS and where he is now. And look, as we see there, from when he played under Rafa, 33% accuracy every game for crossing. Now that he's moved to the right, he's only getting 18% accuracy, which is 15% less than he was under Rafa. Obviously, Rafa and Eddie, two different types of managing styles. But again, I just wanted to bring that up with you guys. Mary says, evening all, hope you're all keeping well this Sunday. Evening to you, Mary, absolutely. Troll says, Liverpool doesn't deserve a pen, get extra time, and did tonight too. Yeah, it was a VAR and everything, wasn't it? Ronald hates a bin dip as Tamji says, Liverpool should have got a penalty if Isak got penalised for a similar instance away at Brentford last season. Yes, he did, Tamji, absolutely right. Yeah. Did they bottle that? Lee says, evening, Tony. All just got in from Darlington being Mother's Day. Nice one, mate, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope you've all had a wonderful day. Passing Miggy's strength. When Miggy played against Manu, he was great on the left. He was, Lee, absolutely, in the Carabao Cup. Yeah. Tanji says we have too many options for left, including the SM, who also had to be on the left. Miggy has had to play in unpreferred position, just as best job he can at right wing. Not his fault, absolutely, Tanji. Totally agree. Ronald says Madison's playing well for Spurs. I wonder if his bird didn't want the bright lights of the old smoke, or we may have had a bid. I don't know. I don't think we have a bid for him, to be fair. We need a right winger who can dribble in the summer so he can get past the first defender, in my opinion. I think Miggy's main weakness is he doesn't see ahead. He receives the ball and tries to find options, and people like Bruno, Willock and Murphy already know what they're going to do. Yeah, do you know what? I have to agree, Gary. I think you're absolutely spot on with that. And yeah, got to... he just doesn't think as a right winger. And that is the problem. Doesn't think as that right winger. So, yeah, you're absolutely spot on with that one. But Chelsea tomorrow night, as I say, I think it's going to be a difficult game. But I still think we can win this game tomorrow night. Can't see why we can't win it. I would love us to keep a clean sheet, but I think Chelsea will score. I'm going to say we win this game 3-1. I think we'll win the game 3-1 tomorrow night, in all honesty. I think Chelsea will score first. That'll kick us into action. We'll come back and win it. Alessandro says, if we take the pressure off Miggy to produce the right winger spot, maybe his thought process will slow down in the midfield and he making better decisions. Do you know what? You could well be right there. Can't wait for us to get a quality right winger for next season. I predict us to have a great season, says David Knight. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. Look, I mean, we are looking at right wingers. They're saying about Pedro Neto. In all honesty, I would say stay clear, because yes, he's a good right winger, let's be honest, but injury prone. Gets injured too much. Went off yesterday with another injury. So again, no, I think stay away from Pedro Neto. not worth paying £60 million for somebody who's going to be crocked for half the season. We're not going to get any further forward. If you want to buy quality, you've got to go out there and get the ones who aren't injury prone, and there is plenty out there. Now, one we are linked with, one we have been linked with again, the links come back out again, not just us, but a few other Premier League teams as well. And I'm going to bring him, I'll bring up his stats as well, because and honestly, this lad, he is quality. He is a youngster. He is only 18 years of age. There he is there. That's Rooney Bargy. So Rooney Bargy, originally born in Kuwait, but has lived in Switzerland since he was 12 years old. So he's a Swedish nationality now. He's a right winger, 18 years of age, worth about 20 million. Could be worth more than that, but that's the rumoured figure going around. The reason he's not playing much for Copenhagen, because obviously he has said he wants to go in the summer. His strengths are his passing, so he starts this season in. Obviously, this is in the Danish league. 15 out of 19 started. He's been in Team of the Week once. He's got 7 goals. He hasn't got any assists. He scores 6 with his left foot, 1 with his right foot. But his accurate crossing per game is 48%. Yes, 48%. If you remember, Rooney Bargy scored against Man United in the Champions League. His accurate passing per game is 86%. So his percentage on passing isn't bad at all. He's had 2 yellow cards all season. 53% he has of successful dribbles as well. If we look at the Champions League, because obviously I know a lot of people see, well, the Danish league's probably nothing, to be fair. Now, if we look at the Champions League this season, he started 1 out of 4 games he's played. He's got 1 goal, which is one against Man United. But again, his accurate passing in the Champions League was 90% per game. So, not a bad player. Good youngster to have in as well. I think he's going to be hot properly. If anything, I would rather we got ahead of him rather than Neto. So again, it's one of them. We'll just have to wait and see if there is any truth in it, that we are looking at this guy, at this young man. If he is, we could see somebody link up well with Isak. So, that's one to keep an eye on. Rooney Bargy. Tanji says, Madison likes to cozy up the rest, going down too easy, winking and smelling at referees all the time. He frustrates me. We've got to watch out for this when he plays Spurs at home. Yeah, I totally agree. Another Ronaldo. I'm going Newcastle 3, Chelsea 1. 4-1 to us, says Lee. The way Dubs is playing, I can see another clean sheet. Tony saw 3-0, not 3-1. Well, that's what I'm thinking, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Assess Minty in pre-season as he could save the club a fortune. Yeah, absolutely, Billy. He absolutely could. Definitely could. Hey, Del Boy. Big up, Tony. Big up to you, mate. I hope you're well, Del Boy. And not seen you for a while, mate, on the chat. But nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Lee says we definitely need another 2 forwards in case of injuries. Yeah, we do, Lee. Absolutely. We'll be discussing that one in another show as well. Del, happy with today's result. That 1-1 draw at Anfield. You're in pole position, but, do you think you can do it? Or do you think there's going to be another twist in the tail? I think there's plenty of twists to go between now and the end of the season. Gary says, as far as right wingers go, we're going to sign a gem, I guarantee it. Who is Onion Bargy? Rooney Bargy. David, but yeah, very good player. Lord Kananga, how out? Billy says, can we all just take a moment, reflect and laugh at Sunderland, please? Yes, Sunderland got beat yesterday 4-2 off Southampton. Fortunately, Fraser wasn't playing. But Adam Armstrong scored against them. Yeah, David, he brings tears to your eyes. Net was great, but gone off him now because of his injury record. Exactly, Tanji. That's what I'm saying. His injury record is not that great, is it? And that's what puts me off. Us taking him on. So I would rather we steer clear of someone like someone like that. Hi Tony Noel, hi to you, Coffee. Hope you're well. Guys, we've got 31 watching at the moment, but we've only got 13 likes. So if we can smash that like, as shown the sheep demonstrates, then that would be absolutely fantastic. Do smash those likes. It does help the channel, and it means new viewers can find the channel more easily as well. And if you're brand new to the channel, come and smash a subscribe as well. Hit that red button on the screen there. Alessandro says, would Tammy Abraham be a player Newcastle could take a chance on? Despite the injury, I still think he's a good player, and young too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on Tammy Abraham, to be fair. But a good shout. Coffee says, Liverpool fans complain about not getting the penalty, but they should have had finished the chances. Absolutely, Coffee. And if you don't finish your chances, what happens? You don't win the game. Simple as. So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we're going to be linked with different right wingers over the coming time. There is a right winger who has been linked at the moment with us. I'll get him on screen in one moment anyway. When I get him up there. Right. And it's this guy. Takefusa Kubo. Yes. So Takefusa Kubo, he currently plays at the club we signed Alexander Isak from, Real Sociedad. 22-year-old Japanese international. Left-footed. He's worth about 53 million quid. Playmaking and high pressing are his strengths. He's a right winger. His weakness is aerial duels. He started 19 out of 21 games this season, being team of the week 3 times. He's got 7 goals in La Liga and 3 assists. He scored 6 with his left foot, 1 with his right foot. Accurate crossing per game is 24%, but accurate passing per game is 82%, in his own half 86%. He has had 1 error that's led to a shot, but none that's led to any goals or committed any penalties. And he's had 2 yellow cards all season. His latest game was on the 23rd of February when they played Villarreal and lost 3-1 to Villarreal. He had 74 touches of the ball in 90 minutes. He made 3 key passes. 3 out of 15 crosses were accurate. 4 out of 4 long balls were accurate. He had 2 shots on target. He had 1 shot blocked. He won 2 out of 5 dribble attempts. He won 3 out of 7 ground duels. He won 1 out of 1 aerial duels. He lost possession 25 times. He committed 1 foul. He was fouled once and he was offside once, and he made a clearance as well. So look, it's another one we are looking at. Whether he's got something about him. Again, we need to upgrade in the right wing department. That is for sure. And whether Takefusa Kubo is on our radar, who knows? But it's all what the media are saying. So again, watch this space. I think we've got somebody in the chat who's just trying to wind people up, but it won't go far. Just keep an eye on them, please, mods. We can all agree as a fan base that we have anxiety over injuries. Not to Neto, absolutely, definitely not to Neto. In August, we should get Tonali back, and he's way better than Longy. We'll know he's our attacks and all in and out after all the training. Yes, and look, we can talk about Tonali. Now, there is rumours going around because we know the FA are still having an investigation into whether to give him a further ban. And they are within their rights to do that because obviously, although he'd done it in Italy, he's brought the English game into disrepute by being in England. So technically, they can issue him with a further ban. There is talk that the FA want to ban him until the end of 2024. Now then, if they do that, that is a disgrace. That has corruption written all over it for me. And I think if the FA do this, I think Newcastle fans will just, every time something happens about the FA, you know, there's just going to be ructions. I think there will be ructions as well. So, look, if the FA do that, it's a disgrace. And it just shows you there's something going on if they're going to do that. There's no reason to ban him. He's already serving a punishment. Don't give him a double punishment. He doesn't need it. I'd rather have shown the sheep on the right side. Exactly. Gary says our summon signings will be all players nobody expects. I doubt very much we'll sign people in the Prem. Yeah, absolutely. Mary says bring out your likey with a sheep. You see, what I did was, because I used to have the yellow thumbs up, I just thought it got a bit boring enough. And I found this showing the sheep with the double thumbs up, and I thought, you know what? Let's just mix it up and put him in there. And I think it'll just, it's made people laugh. I know it has done. And people have said, I've had people messaging me saying they actually quite like the Shaun the Sheep. So I'm going to stick with Shaun the Sheep. Good try, Kananga, but I doubt we're signing any single one of them. Well, probably Lloyd Kelly might be coming in, but Shaun the Sheep plays for Barcelona. Sorry, absolutely. Amanda Stavely saying PIF have no interest in buying a Serie A club as part of a multi-club model. Yeah. I see she's getting a lot of stick as well off the media for having to go at about Steve Bruce. Look, at the end of the day, she's only telling the truth that he didn't want to come to work. Simple as. You know, we could have got a whole load of slating if we'd sacked him before his 1,000th game. That's why he got the 1,000th game. And I always said that. That's why he's getting the 1,000th game, because if we sacked him before then, it would have been, we would have been branded awful. And, you know, we would have been branded cruel and everything. So, you know, he was lucky he got that. 53 million man, hope he's good for that. I'd love Rafinha from Barca, but they need the money. He's Premier proven. Yes, but he's on a lot of money a week as well, David, as well. So check Takafusa Kubo on YouTube and have a look. Neto, no, thank you. Sick note, absolutely. Macam trolling the chat. They've got no one else to talk to. Absolutely, Billy. Right, he's gone. He's in timeout now. So look, because if I, you know, come on, mods. I've got mods on the chat there. You should just time them out, but I've timed them out anyway. Please crawl back into your cave. Absolutely. Well, he's gone. He's in timeout, so you won't be hearing from him for 5 minutes. So hopefully he may come back after 5 minutes and start talking some sense. Troll says, I don't want to be the one season wonder Solanke anywhere near our club, and I will be how if he does. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, look, I've said this. I think Solanke's having a great season, but I think next season it could be a totally different one. So again, no thank you to Solanke, please. There's a Lord Kanaka and a troll in the chat. Go away or we'll ban you. It's gone for 24 hours now. Kananga's now a free agent. Oh, he's been banned now. Thank you, mods, whoever banned him. Tanji says he's a Nakasin bin. No, he's been totally banned now, so thanks, mods. Did anyone else notice Neto was linked with us on Friday and by Saturday he pulled a hamstring? There's something in that, surely. Yeah, hopefully there's something in that that tells the club, do not go anywhere near this player. Please do not. I timed him out, Tony, for... Oh, cheers, trolls, thank you. Kananga got the blue card. Definitely. Frankie de Jong's wages are 617k per week. That's madness. Them Tackham's better pay off. Absolutely, Wayne. Absolutely, mate. But yeah, look. As I say, whoever we upgrade with in the summer, hopefully it'll be a great right winger who can do the business and a one who isn't injury prone, like Pedro Neto. Do you want to sign players who will become injury prone and it becomes long term? Absolutely, Mary. We don't. We're sick of having injury prone players. We need to start getting them off the books. Callum Wilson will be gone in the summer. I believe he will be. Now, obviously, Derek might win. I've had some debate with him, but look. Now, when Nick Pope comes back, does Nick Pope walk straight back into the team? That is the question. But in the summer, if Nick Pope is told, but if Nick Pope is going to be the number one next season, and Martin Dubravka's told he's on the bench, I think Dubravka, I think, will go in the summer. I think this is why Dubravka's playing out of his skin, because he knows that he may have to move in the summer, so he wants to play well to put potential clubs out there to say, look, I'm here, I'm available, look how well I'm playing. So I think that's what he's doing, Dubravka, in a way. Also making sure that his team, his country, Slovakia, see him and see how well he's playing. Although really the competition he's got, Rodak, who plays for Fulham, isn't that great, to be fair. So Dubravka will certainly be Slovakia's number one in the Euros. And getting that regular game time helps them for the Euros as well. But I think he could be off in the summer. And we are still linked with Mamardashvili from Valencia, who is a very, very good keeper, by the way. And he's 23 years of age. So look, let's see what happens. But there's a lot of clubs looking at him as well. So we're not just the only club. Alan says, evening, Tony. I missed the start, didn't not. Bruce still waffling about, is he? We had somebody in the chat who was trying to chat a load of crap, basically, Alan. And good evening to you, mate. Sorry, missed the stop, but you can always watch it later. Billy says, how much money do people actually think we'll spend this summer? I'll say 75 to 100 million. Think us being skinned due to FFP is just a clever smoke screen from the club. Am I wrong? I think we could spend a lot more than that, Billy. If we get rid of... if we get 21 million for Ashworth, that opens it up a bit, doesn't it? So if Ashworth goes for 21 million, that opens up a little bit. If we get rid of Longstaff for, say, 25 million, at the end of the day, so yeah, I can see that. I can see it happening. Again, we'll just have to wait, won't we? And see what happens. But get some players off the books. If we got rid of Callum Wilson for, say, 20 million, if somebody's daft enough to pay 20 million, then sell him. Absolutely. Off to TTR, great short. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Derek doesn't have to talk some shit, says David. Chris is in the chat. Hi, Chris. He says, hi, everyone. Hope you're all well. Cheers. I am, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much indeed, Chris. He's playing good because he's good. Yeah, absolutely, Alan. Gary says, I think this season has taught the club a lot. They've already working on things we have no idea about, but come next season, they'll have everything in the right place. Could be an awesome season. Absolutely, Gary. Absolutely, mate. Could be a totally different season next season. Let's hope it is. Going looks great in Newcastle, the new club shop when it's getting a new Adidas club shop as a new refit when it's finished. Yeah, Lee, absolutely. It's going to be that. I think they're going to put a porter cabin where they're going to build the cellar fan zone, and that'll be a temporary club shop until the club shop's all renovated because they're going to move the escalators. So yeah, once it's all done, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and can't wait to see the new look shop. And I think it should be open in time for the summer. If the rules change on FFP, we might be able to spend more. Yeah, that's a good point. There's a meeting in April, isn't there? So hopefully, they change these rules because they have to be changed to come in line with inflation. And I think, do you know what? I think PSR, FFP, whichever you want to call it, I think it's hurting a lot of clubs. And is this causing clubs more harm than good? To me, I say yes, it is. Because when you get clubs who come from the Championship, they need to spend money because they want to stay in the Premier League, because that's where the money is. They don't want to be relegated the same season they come up. So they want to be sure they're going to stay up, like a Brentford are doing. Look, it's unfortunate that they do spend this money, but then they don't realise they're just clicking over the FFP. And I think they're just getting punished. And it's absolutely ridiculous. So it needs to be reformed. Something needs doing about it. Whatever that's sorted out in April. But let's hope they do raise the threshold on it because it does need raising. Wayne says, aren't we after Arsenal's keeper, I've heard? Well, we did look at Ramsdale. After last night, I don't want Ramsdale anywhere near Newcastle United, mate. Not at all. Look at that howler. Yes, he produced a couple of great saves after that, but not for me, thank you. Not well at all. So I wouldn't touch Ramsdale with a barge ball, to be fair. So guys, we've got 25 watching now. If you haven't yet smashed the like, please do smash the like. It does help the channel. So do follow Sean the Sheep and smash that like. If you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe, be part of this great community. And hitting the bell tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record or any upcoming shows. When YouTube permits showing these, putting these notifications out there, because they haven't been doing that as late. Tanji says if they change the rules on FFP, it will be to help Chelsea more than anyone. Chelsea need to be brought to task because they must surely be over FFP. The threshold for Chelsea must be well over. Absolutely scandalous. Everyone looks at FFP now, but the threshold has been muted as 500 million for next season. I think any change in FFP may only be inflation related to 6 or 5, whatever it is. Don't want anyone else at the table. That's the problem, Alan. They don't. It was there to protect the big 6. And, that's what it's for. Because if there was no FFP, I think ourselves and Man City would be the top 2 in the Premier League. Nobody else would come anywhere near us. That is the thing. And I think that is why they're trying to stop us, with Man City, because if it was just us 2, we would be miles ahead of everybody else. And that's the truth, we would be as well. So, absolutely. Right, guys, so we're coming to the end of the show. And as I do say, if you have enjoyed the show, please don't forget to smash that like. It does help the channel up the search. If you're brand new to the channel, come and smash the subscribe. Be part of the great community. Also, the bell notification tells you when I'm live. Have a pre-recorder when your upcoming shows. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. You can do that by clicking the join button. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that at chat anytime by clicking the $ as well, and all money reinvested back into the channel as well. So my score prediction tomorrow is Chelsea 1, Newcastle 3, although I'd like to see a clean sheet. But I've just got a sneaky feeling Chelsea will score, but I don't care as long as we win the game. That is the main thing. She says, let's remember Chelsea are one of the main culprits that caused inflation in football in the first place. Yep, when Abramovich came in, he went on a silly spree, didn't he? Mad Max says, evening all, good evening, mate. Hope you're well. They have just done everything to limit our sponsorship. By all, yeah, absolutely, Alan, they have done, mate. Spot on. Good to see you all. Take care, everyone. You too, Gary. See you again, mate. Billy the Fish, doesn't UK business law override Premier regulations as FFP is a restriction of trade, which is illegal? Should do. Absolutely, Billy. I totally agree. I think it's anti-competitive. How are the lads? Says Ronald. Great show tonight, Tony, and everyone as well. Cheers, Ian. Lee. I'm predicting a draw simply based on the team sheet and form, says Mary. Do you know what, Mary? I'll take a pint as well, but I think we can beat them. But let's see what happens tomorrow night. Talking about tomorrow night, I will be back at around 6:30 for the pre-match show. So do join me for the pre-match at 6:30 tomorrow. So the team news comes out at 7 o'clock. Then I will have to be off air from about 7:15. So yeah. So join me tomorrow night, 6:30, for the pre-match, and we will bring you the two lineups as they come out. Great show, Tony, says Ian. Cheers, mate. Gordon, man of the match. Absolutely, let's hope so. Billy the Fish. I would like to see that tomorrow night. That would be absolutely fantastic. But everyone take care. And like I say, back with the pre-match tomorrow. So I will, after this show, I will sort that out and I'll put that on there so everybody's notified in advance to be ready for 6:30 tomorrow. And I hope you can join me then. But until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're doing. Take care. Remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. Until tomorrow night, how are the lads?